Jessup, what did we just watch?
We needed help for this one.
All right, so for those who joined us last week for Pee Wee's Big Holiday, we are reviewing the new Christopher Nolan movie Tenet. This stars John David Washington and Robert Pattinson, and this takes place in the future-ish. As we follow,
Yeah. Okay.
as we follow a man named the protagonist, and no, we are not kidding. That is actually his name in the build of this movie, as he is part of a huge mind-bending time-traveling adventure to save the whole world.
We had to look up YouTube videos just to explain the whole plot to us, just to understand what's going on.
No, because if you understand anything about that plot that we just mentioned, then there's not really a whole lot left to explain without really going into spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was okay. So first off, this was arguably one of the first big movies to be released in theaters, or when things started to open up due to the pandemic.
Right.
And
neither of us saw it back then, but we saw it now for the first time.
And a lot of people say this is like one of Christopher Nolan's best. And there are other people who say, that it's that unless you really, and I mean really pay attention to this movie, then you're going to be completely lost throughout the whole thing.
Will, I just looked up the release date. It was August 12th, 2020. So the world hadn't really opened up yet.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do we begin with this movie?
Well, it's time travel. I mean,
it involves a lot of time travel.
We were pretty confused about what was going on at first.
The first half, it's mostly exposition. It's like basically John David Washington's character going from one place to another, talking to people, and rinse and repeat.
Granted, this was kind of needed to set up the whole story.
Oh no, the whole payoff of it is 100% worth it, in my opinion.
Oh, mine too. Like, once you get to the second half where things start actually happening, and we figure out what's going on, that's when things were interesting.
Yeah, when everything starts to unfold. You got quite a cast here. You got John David Washington and Robert Pattinson, as mentioned, but you also got Michael Caine and Kenneth Branagh in this movie as well.
Yeah, and that one girl, I checked IMDb. I checked IMDb right before we went live with this recording. I'm blanking on her name now, but the
Elizabeth
Branagh's wife,
Elizabeth Debicki.
What?
Yep, Elizabeth Debicki.
She was Aisha in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, she was.
Yep.
And instead of having the great Hans Zimmer, you have Ludwig Göransson doing the score for this movie, who also does fantastic, but it also has like shades of Hans Zimmer too.
Yeah. So I liked it overall. The payoff was great.
No, it took a while for me to get into it. I find it to be good.
Yeah.
I might rewatch it eventually, but I
might too, just so I can understand a little bit more about what's going on.
But like Jessup said, we had to watch one of those like explaining videos to fully understand what happens, and then it starts to all click, and it starts to come all full circle.
Yeah, and then some things didn't click right away for me, but there was very little that the explain video had to explain for me.
Yeah, it kind of explained it. It kind of made things more clear for me. I will say though, one of the main complaints that a lot of people had was the audio mixing, because unless you have subtitles on, you could hardly hear what some of these people are saying.
Thankfully, we had subtitles on, and even those didn't really help me in the first half too.
Yeah, because I saw this in theaters, I would be lost throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, I was still lost in the first half with the subtitles on.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, this isn't anywhere near Christopher Nolan's best work.
I still think it's solid.
Oh, it's a good movie.
It's just not his best.
But yeah, this is a really you might want to rewatch it just to get a better mindset.
I might do that eventually.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it as well whenever I have the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much our 2 cents. It's good, very slow first half, but then it leads up to a very exciting and fun and very climactic second half.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yep, that's about it. We liked it. So next week we are going to be reviewing Cruella. This is another movie that Jessup requested.
I saw this in theaters, and I want Will to experience it.
Okay, but to be honest, I am actually looking forward to this one.
I know.
So if you did enjoy this video, like the video. If you're new, subscribe for more content. Yeah, our minds are just hurting right now.
Well, that's just, yeah, I'm just slurring and everything. It's just, I need a break.
So until next
I need
time.
something mindless.
Yeah. So until next time, see you there, posse. We'll see you next week.